All right, everybody, thank you for tuning in to another episode of Garage Talk Sports. I'm Mills.
I'm Bobby.
And I'm Nick.
And we are back in the garage bringing episode number 35 to you guys. Bobby, we got you back. Welcome back to the garage. Welcome back to another episode.
I'm back to the land of the living. You know, COVID had me down bad for a little bit, but hey, I got to watch a lot of football, got to hang out at home.
Hey, and nothing beats time off work, right?
That's true.
Yeah.
I had to go back. It's rough. I had to work a full day, man.
That is
Sheesh.
so. Wow, so did I. And so did Nick.
A full day.
Hey, but you know
whole
what?
last day of work.
Let me tell you, I need some money. So
Yeah. All right. Hey, sponsors. Hit us up. Donate, guys. We'll make a Patreon if it.
Kroger water.
Hashtag only.
Just my bottle of water, please.
But anyways, guys, we got episode number 35 for you this week. We're going to be talking some NFL football. Super Cam, is he back, Bobby? Quick.
Yes, he is.
He is back. All
yes,
right.
he is.
He is back. College football as well. Now that Bobby's back, we're going to dive into college football a little bit more. The college football fans kind of missed you, Bob, because Nick and I don't talk about it very much.
I love college football, so
That's
don't worry.
okay.
We always got to talk about it when I'm on
We'll
the show.
talk about more college football,
Yeah.
and then we'll finish up with some NBA talk and Nick's wonderful question of the week. It'll be nice to have you be able to give an answer this time. Bobby, I don't recall you ever answering the Halloween candy one.
I thought you were going to answer for me.
I did, but we still wanted to know your actual answer.
What was the answer that you answered for me?
Dude, I don't remember all the questions.
Oh, circus peanuts. Yeah. Oh,
No,
you're disgusting.
okay. Bobby clearly didn't listen to the first episode. He wasn't on.
Yeah, that was the second episode that we made fun of.
I didn't listen to everything.
I said the candy you thought was underrated was Baby Ruth bars.
I mean, they're not terrible.
Oh,
they
wow, that's
underrated?
pretty good.
Dude, I like them. I mean, they're not my first choice.
But it's an underrated candy.
Well,
And then
it is.
I don't remember if I said what your overrated candy was. What I said your overrated was. I don't remember. Either it's not important. Halloween's long gone now.
but my favorite candy, Reese's.
Well, yeah, that's a common one. It was
By
it
far.
was supposed to be an underrated, slept on candies. No one sleeps on Reese's. Reese's egg, Reese's.
Oh, whatchamacallits, dude? Slept on.
What?
Whatchamacallits. You never had a whatchamacallit?
I know
No.
what that is. It's a whatchamacallit. It's like a chocolate bar thing, right?
Yeah, dude, they're pretty decent.
Never
Pretty
heard of them.
decent. It's like the cream colored wrapping.
Yeah. And it's like a bunch of different colors. Just said whatchamacallit.
Guys, let us know if we should do a podcast on candy. It sounds like we could do one of those too. Same thing with wings. We'll bring a food podcast to the garage too. Who
Yeah,
knows?
too.
We'll see what's going on. Either way, let's jump into the NFL talk, right? Bears were on their bye week. Really boring for Bears fans. I hate when the Bears are on their bye week.
I was happy I didn't have to get depressed
But
on a
I was
Sunday
about to
afternoon.
say, at least we didn't have to watch them lose. So, we got that's a win in my book.
But every game that I looked forward to the last 2 weeks, because I got to watch every single game, was terrible. Chiefs and Green Bay, absolute terrible game. And what was the other one? Rams and no, not the Rams. What was the Sunday night football one?
This Sunday
Rams
night?
Titans played.
This Sunday was Chiefs versus Raiders.
Yeah, that was another one.
Rams played the Titans. Titans mollywopped them.
Yeah, and then the 49ers rocked them last night.
Yeah.
49ers rocked them. All these additions being made by the Rams, and they're 0-2 since making these moves.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And did you see that interception? That was a terrible interception. I don't know if Odell ran the wrong route or what was going on. I mean, he had no time to learn the offense. So I'm not blaming Odell there, but that was a terrible interception. I don't know what the Rams
I'm
are
going to keep
doing.
it real with you, Chief, man. I was getting my ass kicked in Warzone with Nick during the Monday Night Football
Yeah, because
game.
I watched the first half and then didn't watch. It's like, oh,
And I'll tell you what. It was a depressing night of Warzone, but isn't that every time I play?
oh yeah, pretty much.
Sure. Well,
But whatever.
I watched that full game, and the Rams offense
rough
could
score.
not move the ball. I don't know
They've
what.
gone kind of stagnant lately.
They have.
That's-
It looks like without Robert Woods, like the team was falling apart.
That's a shame, even though Cooper Kupp's really been the main guy there.
Oh, I mean, Cooper Kupp still had over 100 yards. I mean,
Oh, yeah, he's
it's-
money right now. He's a machine at the moment, but
best
still,
receiver in the NFL.
No,
this year, sure.
I would still even say no, just because he has the best stats doesn't mean he's the best. wide
Statistically, he's the best this year.
receiver. Okay, yeah, but
All right,
Like,
so-
there's the best and
Julian
most
Edelman-
talented are two different questions.
Julian Edelman had like some of the best stats for a long time, but he was nowhere close to being the best wide receiver.
No.
Just caught
He
the
was
ball
not.
a
He
lot of
was
times.
not putting up Cooper Kupp numbers ever.
I understand, but he plays in the slot and he gets a lot of just quick passes. It's like,
Cooper Kupp has 10 touchdowns, and I think he has like over almost.
Cooper Kupp is one of the best route running wide receivers.
Yes.
Yeah,
really
I think
good at route running.
I would agree with that. But like, if I'm going to pick a
I'm
wide
not
receiver
saying-
to put on my team, Cooper Kupp's not my first pick.
Dude, it should your fantasy team. But he should be your number one pick.
I'm not
right
talking fantasy team.
now. Oh.
Listen, there's a difference between the most talented and the best. Right now, Cooper Kupp he's the most productive. Therefore, you could make the case that he's the best wide receiver in football as it stands. Most talented, probably not. He's not as tall as other guys. He's not as fast as other guys. But he's playing really well, and you can't be like, oh, you're not the best, so your success doesn't matter. As it stands, he is the best wide receiver this year. He's the most productive. He's putting up the best numbers. That is where the statistics come into play. Is he the best ever? No. Is he the most talented ever? No. But I put a weird pause, but you get what I'm saying.
I think most productive is you could easily say that. I don't think he's the best wide receiver this year because a lot of things come into play there. It's like, how's his team compared to other teams? Like, if his team's good, he's not getting double covered all the time. Whereas other guys, like when there's just one guy for them to throw to, of course you're getting double covered. Like,
I think Cooper Kupp would be finding success on most other teams.
No, I think so,
Not
too.
every other team. He benefits from having an upgrade at quarterback from last year for sure.
yeah, I think so.
But I mean, I'm not knocking the guy or taking anything away from him. He's having an incredible season.
No,
so.
I think he is too. You can't. I look at the same way as the Warriors when Steph and Clay went crazy. You knock them down a little bit to like Damian Lillard's level because there's not a ton of guys on the court that are drawing attention. If you have three guys that would probably be starting wide receivers, like you put Allen Robinson in LA, Allen Robinson is having a better year this year than he's having in Chicago. And not even anything with the quarterback, same quarterback. It's just there's more guys that they could throw it to. So if you put Cooper Kupp in Allen Robinson's slide, is he producing as good as he is in LA?
Question.
No,
That's
he's not.
That's a fair question.
I say he's close to Darnell Mooney level stats, maybe a little bit better because he's a better route runner, but it's still a great quarterback, great situation, great offensive line, decent running back, good defense. So it's
I would still take Cooper Kupp on the Bears over Allen Robinson.
As it stands, I think.
I don't know. I don't think I would take any wide receiver on the Bears just because
I
whoever you
would take
put on
Darnell
there.
Mooney. Darnell Mooney's having a great year.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
He's
I
having
just-
a good year.
I just think
He's really
Nagy
the only
struggles
one
with-
having a good year.
Nagy struggles with developing the guy that should be good. Like Cole Kmet and Allen Robinson should be getting a lot of catches in the red zone, but they don't run any plays for him.
Yeah,
Whereas,
dude, it's
Hey, but Cole Kmet's slowly starting to.
Oh, yeah, for
produce
sure.
Now,
But, like, Sean
that's good.
McVay
His
knows-
his chemistry with Fields is getting a lot better.
Sean McVay knows how to run an offense, and then also the guys in that offense know how to produce. So, like, of course, Cooper Kupp's set up well.
yeah, but I would still take him. I think he's best this year.
I look at it the same way. Deandre Hopkins is a tremendous receiver, but he was also a tremendous receiver on the Texans with no one. So him moving to a better team, it's like he's proven that he can play when he's the main focus.
But I mean, Cooper Kupp was putting up good numbers with Goff, but
Yeah. 08-1 Jared Goff.
Yeah, but they still had Robert Woods, Tyler Higbee, James Reynolds, I think.
Josh Reynolds.
Was still decent. They had Cam Akers.
They
Like,
had Brandon Cooks at once.
Yeah,
upon
Brandon,
a
like,
time.
They did. That's when they made their Super Bowl run.
so it's just like I always
Yeah,
you have to
that is
subtract. You can't take anything away from a guy just because they have a good team, but you have to realize that his stats are slightly inflated for the simple fact that you can't just say our best receiver or best cornerback is going to be on the best wide receiver for the entire game. It's going to be a shared. It's going to be a shared attack on defensive side of the ball where it's like, okay, we're going to have to leave Cooper Kupp open sometimes. The same thing with George Kittle. George Kittle gets left wide open.
If you watch that Monday night game, Odell has not learned the offense yet. Odell was not getting a lot of the snaps. So
game.
your main target is Cooper Kupp, and he still had over 100 yards. So he's going to be your main target, and you're using undrafted rookies as your other wide receivers. He was your main target that whole game, and he still put up over 100 yards.
Yeah, okay, but if
So you can't argue that he's literally being a number one with no other receiver and still
but
putting up a 100-yard game.
if the 49ers double Cooper Kupp on every drive, Odell's going to be wide open, and Odell's a good enough receiver. He's going to still.
Yeah, but
so was Higbee.
Monday night he wasn't playing. He didn't learn the offense.
Yeah, but
so
did they
he
double
only
Cooper Kupp? Like, I understand what you're saying that Odell wasn't good and Cooper Kupp was your number one guy, but they were still splitting the defense up and not focusing 100%.
Yeah, but you still had your number one. They had Jimmy Ward matched up against Cooper Kupp pretty much that whole game unless they were running zone. So even then, he's still putting up over 100 yards receiving.
Yeah,
Let us know in the comments who you think's winning this argument.
can you just not whisper? I can't hear what you're saying.
That's the point.
I'm telling you, Cooper Kupp, the best in the NFL this year.
Cooper Kupp's having a great year.
Yeah.
The top 5.
I let you guys have your little spat right there.
Yeah.
You impressed? I stayed out of that for the whole time.
But with the OBJ signing, 4.5 mil guaranteed with team incentives. A lot of team incentive base, which making me seem Rams are all in on a Super Bowl this season.
They were all in the second they traded for Von Miller.
Yeah.
I think they were all in.
They were
the second
probably
they got
all in before the season.
Stafford for Goff.
Yeah, I mean, they've been all in for a while, but they're just acquiring talent to acquire talent right now. And the problem you're running into is they're 0-2 since doing it.
Yeah.
It had the Von Miller missed game 1, so you don't really get what was he going to add to your defense. You don't know from the first game because he didn't play.
Yeah.
Did he play? I think he was limited on Monday night.
He's still hurt
Yeah, he was still. I mean, he was in for a lot of the snaps, but
but he's limited by his injury right now. So the Von Miller thing, it's kind of like, is he really making his presence known? Pretty much, no, he's not.
And I mean, the 49ers just went off on that defense.
Yeah, and then you add Odell to the wide receiving room, which coincidentally, Robert Woods tears his ACL in practice right after that. So I guess
it was a great move to sign him.
You pretty much it works almost like a trade in a sense. You didn't give up anything, but you lost a guy and added a guy in his place. So that we'll call that just like a wash. Either way, you still have to make the talent work. They're 0-2 since doing it, and they've had 2 bad games. Really, looked bad against the Titans. And both sides of the ball have not looked great right now.
No, they're not.
I'm not too sure what the plan is going forward. How do you right that ship? I'm not an NFL head coach, so I couldn't tell you. But adding Odell to a room where he's known to be a guy who wants the ball, he wants to get his targets and everything, and you can't guarantee he's going to get those because Cooper Kupp has such amazing chemistry right now with Matt Stafford. He's having an incredible year, like you heard them talk about.
But
he wants the ball. Cooper Kupp has clearly emerged as the number 1 receiving target.
But my whole thing is, with Odell coming to the Rams, obviously he could have gone anywhere and been a number 1. A lot of places and been a number 1 target. But him coming to LA, I think it's kind of known that he's not going to get as many targets as he would have when, let's say, he goes to New Orleans or.
You could say that, or he goes.
To
he
Green
chooses
Bay.
LA. He looks and goes, "I'm more talented than Cooper Kupp. I can easily become the number 1 in that offense."
No, it seemed more like Jalen Ramsey reached out to him.
Of course, guys.
It seems like they wanted him to come, and
guys are going to want Odell. Most players are going to want to have some of the best talent on their team. I'm sorry, it doesn't say much that the stars of the Rams reached out to another NFL star and were like, "Hey, come play with us." They're all going to do it.
Yeah, but I mean, you gotta imagine that conversation with Sean McVay. He's gonna know that Odell's not gonna get that many targets.
Right, but that conversation was had with what's it called, Stefanski in Cleveland.
Yeah,
and guess what? Odell's personality, Odell's attitude it ended up being what went wrong in Cleveland.
I don't know. I feel like Odell gets hated on, but
I don't think Odell gets hated on enough.
I'm not hating on Odell. I'm just saying at this point. How long has he been in the league for now? 5 years, 6 years?
Yeah, if not longer.
2014.
2014.
What?
7.
If someone wants to look it up real quick. By the way, he's been in the league for an entire rookie contract, right?
Yeah.
So for pretty much his entire career, it has now been. You can say that it's I don't want to say you can say it's a fact, but he's done nothing to prove that he doesn't act kind of like. I don't like using the word diva. But he's done nothing to prove that he doesn't act childish or get immature and let his attitude get in the way in the locker room.
But I feel like he's a competitor. I feel like he just wants to win. And you can be a
competitor and not be a problem in the locker room.
I think that's the biggest problem people look at. It's like, oh, Odell's gonna, he's not a problem. He's a star athlete. Look at Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin will literally get targeted one time in the game, and you will not see him complain because he doesn't care because they won the game. They got Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Cameron Brate, Antonio Brown, Rob Gronkowski, and they have 2 good running backs, and none of them complain when they don't get their touches.
Yeah, but they're winning.
Exactly. So if you're a competitor,
Cleveland's not winning.
If you're a competitor that wants to win,
last year, though.
You don't care.
Yeah, they were last year, and none of the problems arose. And if you look,
well, that's the point. So that kind of proves our point. So Odell is only easy to work with when you're winning.
But when you're wide open and Baker Mayfield's over here just throwing to his check down and can't make a throw to a wide open Odell. it's very frustrating.
You're gonna get but you're gonna get missed by the quarterback sometimes,
Dude,
There's
honestly,
come on, you can probably go through every game and find on at least once every drive a guy who's wide open and the quarterback missed him. You can find that in any game, any team. I guarantee you'll find it at least once a drive. There's a wide open wide receiver who gets missed because there's multiple reasons for it. It's not as black and white as the quarterback is. They have to read their field and everything. They go through their progressions. Say Odell's the first read and he's not open and he gets open after Baker has gone through his progressions and found an open guy before Odell is now wide open.
I get that, but Baker,
it doesn't sound like you do about
Baker Mayfield stinks, dude. He stinks.
I don't think you can say that. You have to look at it.
You can say he's been playing half the year with a torn labrum.
Yeah, I get that, but
I don't think you do, Bobby. Have you torn your labrum? Have you tried to throw?
He hasn't been good since his rookie year. I don't think he will.
I feel
ever
like last year was one of his better years, and I think the biggest problem with a check down guy,
average at best.
I think the biggest problem with the check down, you have Nick Chubb. That's not like a check down to just check down. That's a check down to a guy who can get you yards. Same thing with McCaffrey. Same thing with Kamara. If you're checking down to them, it's not like, oh, I can't see anyone open. It's like, no, I don't want to force anything when I know that Kamara and Chubb could possibly get me 15 yards on this play. It's not like you're just passing up on wide open guys because you're like, oh, I can't throw the ball that far. It's like, oh, no, I don't want to force that, which is a smart quarterback move. And Odell just needs to realize that he's not the most important part of the game. The most important part of the game is winning.
I think he understands it. But as it sits now, Baker Mayfield has not been playing good. And
I don't think this year is a complete what. He needs
exactly.
to.
I'm curious. You said his last season was average at best. What's average at best to you?
I don't know, like 3,000 passing yards, maybe 20-something touchdowns.
So if he had 3,500 yards, 26 touchdowns, and 8 interceptions, did he have an average year?
That's about average.
Wow, that's better than average.
That's average.
A 3-to-1 touchdown interception ratio.
I think
is average.
Mitch Trubisky's 2018 season is
look
average.
Look up his stats this year. Let's see it.
This year he's been hurt for 5 weeks.
He's been playing injured all season.
He's been playing injured all season. Boo-hoo. Boo-hoo.
That doesn't mean he's bad. If he's hurt, that means he's hurt.
Throw Case Keenum in there. All right?
Exactly.
They did, and it wasn't any better.
Yeah.
My big thing is Case Keenum needs to play out until he's 100% healthy, because you're going to get to a problem where he's going to just continually hurt himself more and more to where he's never going to touch what his potential could possibly be.
Baker is no Matt Stafford. All right.
No, he's not, but I don't think Baker Mayfield's bad.
I think by the end of the careers, Baker Mayfield will have an equal career to Matt Stafford, if not better.
Maybe not passing yards.
Well, I'm just saying, if not better, because
career accomplishments.
Because his team is going to be built better than Stafford was. Stafford was like, you have Calvin Johnson, you should be winning games. All right, we have no one, you should still be winning games. Whereas in Cleveland, Baker Mayfield has a team that's kind of built around him, so I can see him having a better career.
Here's another big difference with the Browns versus the Rams. The Browns are built through the running game. You have Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt,
and
two guys who would be starters, number one guys on. If you took them apart, they'd both be number ones at pretty much any other team.
Yeah,
except for Carolina.
Your offense is gonna go through your running game, right? Those are your strengths. Baker Mayfield doesn't need to throw you 40 touchdowns a year because you have two running backs who could both go for over 1,000 yards in the same season if you wanted to. You have Jarvis Landry, who I think is one of the best slot receivers in football.
Hey, don't sleep on Donovan People-Jones.
I was about to say, you have him as well.
DPJ.
It was proven. This is the problem, right? In Cleveland, you could say there were too many cooks in the kitchen. You had too many weapons on that offense.
Brandon Cooks was not even on the team.
Shut up.
That's good.
What's it called? Damn it, Nick! You made me lose my train of thought with that.
Too many cooks in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Too many. You had too much. You had a lot of talent on one team, and you didn't play the style of offense that Odell wants to play in. So what did he do? He all but removed himself from the team. They just operated like he wasn't even part of the Browns anymore. What does that tell you about the guy? So if he's not getting the usage that he wants, he doesn't want to be there.
Dude, I just think
he was a frustrating problem. He was still a frustrating problem last season, and they made it to. They were a couple bad calls from eliminating the Chiefs in the playoffs. They made the playoffs for the first time in like a decade. Coach of the year in Stefanski. They had a good year. Baker Mayfield, 26 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, 3,500 yards.
Average.
I'm sorry. I don't think that's average.
Average.
I don't think that's average.
That's average.
It's not average.
That's average year, man.
A 3-to-1 touchdown interception ratio is not average.
In Madden, I'm doing that easily. All right, come on.
You just ruined all of your credibility of your side of the argument.
I know.
You know what? Cooper Kupp's not the best wide receiver in football.
All right, you take that back.
Go. Oh, Bobby.
You take that
I
back.
have some choice words for you right now. You're getting under my skin. Either way, I'm not here to say Odell sucks or anything because obviously
I just think it was a bad situation in Cleveland. Didn't work out.
I don't think he works out wherever he goes.
Let's see.
I think it works out now because
I think Odell is a guy who's got like a 2-year shelf life on a team before he either gets frustrated or the team gets frustrated with him or both.
No, I think he's in the best position he's been in his career for three reasons. One, he started out in New York with an old coach and an old quarterback who he knew he was going to outlast. So he's like, I'm going to be the guy. Then he moved to Cleveland where we're getting you to be the guy. Now he's on a team where you're not the guy. You're coming into our team that our team was already good.
Yes.
So that's already one good thing. Number two, there's finally a coach that's going to have some accolades where it's like, I've proven that I've already been able to get to the Super Bowl, so you're going to have to listen to me. Tom Coughlin was old. You probably didn't want to listen to him. And then three, I think Matt Stafford is the best quarterback he's played with so far. For the simple fact
agree to that.
Eli was old.
I don't want to harp on the coaching situation in Cleveland because
I like
Stefanski was a first-year head
I think
coach
they're fine. I
last
just think
year.
Odell has that ego where it's like, you have not made it to the playoffs, so I don't have to listen to you. You haven't had success. Well, but you haven't had success where it's like, now Sean McVay has made it to the Super Bowl, almost won a Super Bowl. So it's like, all right, I have more knowledge, so he's hopefully going to listen. I
foresee if Odell sticks with the Rams and signs an extension or something at the end in the offseason.
I don't understand how that is even possible because I don't even understand how they're paying everyone on that team right now.
Either way, if he happens to sign an extension with the Rams, I give it 2 years before we're talking about how Odell is looking to go somewhere else because the Rams are going to find this is what's going to happen. He's going to be the guy that gets all the attention from the defense. Another guy's going to get more touches. The offense is still going to be pretty solid without him, and he's going to get frustrated at his production. He's done it everywhere that he has gone. I get it. The Rams were in the Super Bowl 3 years ago or whatever.
But this is the best situation he's been in since he's been in the league.
This is also,
I don't know about
he's finally
that.
moving to a team that was good without him.
Yeah.
So like every other team where it's like, oh gosh, we need Odell to succeed. Now it's like, hey, we just proved that we were good without you, so we really don't need you to succeed. So you're going to have to fit into our system. Is how I can see it playing out.
That's probably what the thought process is. I'm saying that I don't think it'll work out that way.
Yeah, it's good
Because I've seen, and once I'm not sitting here trying to rag on Odell. It's just I've seen nothing from him throughout his career to say he's the guy who will sit back and go, okay, let me be humbled now. I just don't think he's really talented. I was really I thought he was going to get humbled in Cleveland. Clearly, that didn't happen.
I didn't think so because he still thought he was number one.
Yeah,
but he tore his ACL and was gone for a while. The team succeeded without him, and then he came back from injury and was like, "All right, bitches, I'm the guy." And when they were like, "Hey, we found
PG-13, bro,"
they were like, "Hey, we found a way to win games that doesn't rely on Odell to make these miracle plays for us." He was upset about it. So like that's my point is, I just don't see it working out. Well, he seems like a guy who's going to play for several teams throughout his career. Nothing against him. He'll have good numbers. He'll put up good production. But I just feel like at some point, the locker room eventually gets kind of sick of him, and he gets sick of the situation he's in, wherever he is. He's got commitment issues, man. That's what it is.
That's true.
It's a deep-seated issue with commitment. Something about his childhood, maybe. I'm not a psychologist. Either way.
Speaking of that, I think we should move on to Cam Newton, Bobby's favorite weekend.
Superman Cam is back, and he scored 2 touchdowns, man. 2 touchdowns. Oh, this is great. It's like 20.
Are you a Panthers fan again?
Dude, I'm a Cam Newton fan, so of course I'm going to root for the Panthers.
Did you root for the Patriots last year?
I did want Cam Newton to succeed.
That's not the question.
I wasn't rooting for them, but I wanted to see him succeed. But now that he's back in Carolina, whoo, Let's see how it
he's
goes.
back
man.
in Carolina, but
Bobby's
he's
getting hot and heavy
not
in the
back
garage right now.
He's not back yet.
He's getting first team reps this week. He is gonna start against Ron Rivera, and
Riverboat Ron.
And guess what?
They're gonna lose.
They're gonna win. All right. why are you always hating on Cam, man?
I don't hate on Cam. I don't think the Panthers are that good.
I think the Panthers are better.
I'll say this: they had a very good game against the Cardinals when they didn't have D Hop or Kyler. So,
yeah, I mean that's not really saying much. But
I just think
it's not like Cam Newton had 2 touchdowns. Good for him. 2 touchdowns. It's hard to get a touchdown in the NFL. But at the end of the day, he finished with like 82 total yards.
He was only in there for limited snaps.
Yeah, so he's not back. He just got good opportunities.
Yeah, but he's getting starting team reps this week. He will be back.
It's more
And when he comes out in this next game and throws 4 interceptions, you're still going to say he's back.
I am foreseeing that there's going to be some issues. Remember, this is a completely different system than what he was in the last time he was in Carolina.
Yes, I know that.
And I'm going to be honest. Call me crazy. I know Cam Newton's a pretty smart guy, but I imagine it will take more than a week to fully understand and learn the entirety of the playbook. He knows a lot already. Yeah. He's got NFL experience, but you still have to learn the playbook, the scheme, the timing of everything. That takes more than a week to get down. You can give him all the reps in the all the first team reps throughout the entire week. There's still issues that you will have because that just takes time.
I'm telling you,
there's going to be growing pains.
How are you not going to start him against Ron Rivera?
No, I'm not saying he's not going to start.
Yeah. I just think people need to realize
that. I'm saying it's not going to be the prettiest game. There's going to be moments, but you have to temper your expectations. Remember, he's been in the system for not even 2 weeks.
Yeah, I know that. And hey, I'm expecting good things.
Cam Newton is not even QB1 in Carolina. Sam Darnold is hurt, and that's why Cam Newton gets signed.
Well, they signed him to be the starter.
PJ Walker's undefeated in his pro career.
But people are forgetting, the Carolina Panthers started out 3-0. I still believe that Sam Darnold got hurt in game 3 of that year, or of the season, because he played.
I'm giving up on Darnold.
It was 2 completely different people that you saw.
I've given up on him.
Sam Darnold got hurt in game 3 and didn't say it because he felt like if he said he was hurt, it was going to ruin his career and it would be done.
No, he's a guy that just you can't turn over the ball. In the NFL,
but he did in the first 3 weeks. Something happened. There's no way you go from playing a completely different guy.
Okay, you just keep making the same mistakes and doing it. You're not listening. It's just you're not going to ever learn. You're just going to keep turning the ball over and keep making the same mistakes because you're never going to learn. And at this point in Sam Darnold's career, I
think Sam Darnold's going to come back healthy, and as soon as he gets 100%, they're going to move him back to being the starting quarterback because Cam Newton's not going to be the long term. You're not going to trade for Sam Darnold and give up draft picks and be like, yeah, we're only going to use you for a couple weeks.
Yeah, I know. I mean, if Cam Newton does good, I see them using him the rest of the season. But I mean, they signed him $4.5 million guaranteed and $10 million bonuses. So you don't give him that type of money if you're not looking for him to be the starter.
They're exhausting all options at quarterback right now. I don't know if they're thinking, damn, we messed up in getting Sam Darnold or not. I'm not in that room. Maybe they are, but
I think if Christian McCaffrey and Sam Darnold are healthy all this year, I think they're 6-3. If not,
they're desperate to figure out the quarterback situation because Sam Darnold's got like a partial fracture in his shoulder blade, which I imagine
scapula.
That's the shoulder blade.
Scapula.
Yeah, I know.
That was Ian. I saw Ian Rappaport said.
I know.
Yeah, scapula.
Scapula, guys, not shoulder blade. Sorry.
Should we talk about Cam Newton's replacement and how much better he is than Cam Newton?
What's up?
Should we talk about Cam Newton's old replacement in New England and how much better he is than Cam?
Mac Jones? In a second, we will.
Oh, okay.
Carolina, though, is desperate at quarterback. They're, as you could tell by the fact that they're paying the guy who they signed to replace Cam Newton, even though he's playing in Denver, cough, Teddy Bridgewater, traded for a guy to replace the replacement for Cam Newton and are paying him now, cough, Sam Darnold, all for Cam Newton to still be on the team. So they don't really have a plan at quarterback. And honestly, I think they're going to be a team that is like the absolute wild card when it comes to the offseason for quarterbacks.
Yes, they are.
Hell, at this point, this offseason, send Nick Foles over there, man.
You just want him off the team.
Do what the Bears did with the tight end position last offseason. We just get like 8 quarterbacks and good luck.
I was going to say, just do what the Bears did when they got Mike Glennon. They were just like, we're just going to throw money at people until they just come to the team.
Until something hits. Hey, the Mike Glennon thing is what it is. You didn't gain anything by not spending the money. I get why you just you go, yay, let's give it a chance. They had
got $9 million sitting in the closet over there. Hey, Mike Glennon's still available.
It was worth a chance. It was worth a shot. They weren't going to. You don't win anything for not spending the money. It's the same concept. It's not like you get to carry your timeouts over into the next game if you don't use them.
Wait, you don't?
You might as well. No, you don't. You might as well throw some money at a guy and say, hey, what's the worst that happens? He sucks and we wasted money that we were just going to sit on, and it's not.
No, correction. He needs a football like 20 yards.
Right. I'm explaining from you didn't know he was going to do that when you signed him. All right. My point was, it's not like if you don't pay him the $14.5 million, you get to just add that. Any unspent money gets added to your salary cap the next year. Don't work that way. So you might as well spend the money because you don't get any benefit from not spending it. So you take a shot on a guy hoping it works out. He doesn't. Tough crap. People need to move on from the Mike Glennon signing. It's really not that bad. If you thought the Bears were going to be competitive the first year, at any point when when they didn't have a quarterback solution, that Mike Glennon free agency thing, if you thought the Bears were going to be competitive that following year in 2017, you're a damn fool. All right, let's call it what it is. The Bears were bad. Yes, and they were going to be bad. Like that there's no way around it. They were going to be horrible.
Yes.
3-13 for a reason that year, guys. Let's be honest.
3-13
for a reason. Either way, Mac Jones. Speaking of the number 3, remember who I said should have gone 3rd overall?
Yeah, you.
Mac Jones, possible rookie of the year. Bobby said he's going to be a bum, going to be a scrub.
You did say this. I will give you credit.
You did say that a couple of times too.
I'll be honest.
You used your favorite word of bum.
Bum.
Yeah.
Bobby loves bum. He's a bum or scrub. Those are like
scrub. And then usually they turn out to be good. Jack Peterson turns out to be great.
Dude, he's a bum.
He's a bum. Jocktober, baby. The pearls, man. Don't doubt the pearls.
He's a bum.
Either way, Mac Jones had a phenomenal game against Cleveland. He's having a pretty solid year as a rookie quarterback. I think he actually has a legitimate case at rookie of the year. Mostly because I don't know of any who's the other rookies that have a shot at it.
Najee Harris. Not saying he's having great years, but he's there. Jamar Chase.
Ooh, I think it's between those are your 3.
Yeah,
it's pretty much between those 3.
I still think Justin Jefferson should have won it last year, so now I feel like they're going to be edging to give it to a non-quarterback.
I don't know, dude.
I don't know. Quarterbacks if they have a good year, But I want to say this just about the Mac Jones
Justin
thing.
Herbert deserved that rookie of the year.
Yeah, he did.
You can't. It's not like you could say he didn't do enough to.
I know, but you could say that Justin Jefferson deserved it too. I mean, I understand
they were both deserving. The problem is. Here, okay, we'll dive into this real quick because you brought it up, Nick, and this is your fault because just so we're clear,
you could have just stopped and said,
"No, I'm not going to just stop," because I hate that argument. Justin Jefferson had an incredible year. If he has that rookie season, any other year that you don't have Justin Herbert set literally every rookie record for a quarterback at the position.
That completion percentage record, though.
Oh, I'm sorry, all but one. Whereas
the most
Justin Jefferson, I don't even think Justin Jefferson, did he break the rookie receiving yards record?
I don't know if he did, but
he broke
Randy Moss's.
He broke Randy, yeah, but he didn't break He didn't break the rookie record. He had a great year. And if Justin Herbert doesn't break every record except for completion percentage record.
Dak Prescott still has it.
Dak Prescott still has it. Good for him. But, I mean, Justin Herbert did all of that in two less games played. Like, people who are who are talking about it like Justin Herbert didn't deserve Rookie of the Year are crazy.
I just think it's tough because, like, Justin Jefferson, you could argue, was almost top 5 receiver in the league. And I don't think Justin Herbert was a top 5 quarterback. So it's like he played so good. He played better than a lot of non-rookie. Like, he played better than a lot of veterans. And then it's like, oh, Justin Herbert broke every rookie record.
Quarterback is the hardest position.
I mean, I understand that. So, like, Herbert. So then they need to change it and say, all right, we're going to have a Rookie of the Year, but if it's a quarterback, then we have to give it to someone else because then everyone else should never win it unless every quarterback sucks.
Who normally wins MVP?
A quarterback?
Yeah. Has a receiver ever won the MVP?
Probably not.
No.
Probably not, except for like Barry Sanders years, Emmitt Smith, years like that.
Never. They've never won it. So I'm just going to be honest with you. Obviously, they're going to favor a quarterback.
Which I think
that's how it goes.
That was my biggest problem. Was it was like both of them deserved to win MVP, but it was like, all right, it's got to be Justin Herbert because he's a quarterback. Where it's like
Justin Herbert was top 6 in quarterback stats.
so not top 5.
Not by one.
Oh my gosh. He was
But
top.
you have to look at it like this way. It's okay. Do you think Derrick Henry deserved it more, or do you think Aaron Rodgers deserved it more last year?
I don't know. I think Derrick Henry and Aaron Rodgers are both crazy because it's like they pretty much make the team or break the team.
Exactly.
But right now, this year, Derrick Henry goes out and the Titans are still having good games. So it's like, okay, maybe he doesn't mean that much, but it's just, I don't know. Derrick Henry, I think, could have won it.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
But I think it's like if you're gonna give a benefit already to a quarterback, that means a quarterback needs to have the most insane of a year to win MVP. Because if you're already going to benefit it to the quarterback, that means you have to be 100% of the games. So rookie of the year, it's like, I think they should give a position, like if a quarterback is going to guarantee to win it because he has a good year. I think Justin Herbert had an amazing year, but I feel like no one even considered Justin Jefferson. It was like, nope, Justin Herbert won. Guaranteed.
But I feel like if a quarterback doesn't put up close to Justin Herbert number, Jamar Chase is going to be the clear-cut favorite.
All right,
Yeah, but
Justin Herbert in 14 games threw for 4,300 passing yards.
That's an average year.
That's a good year.
31 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, top 6 in the league, and he had 2 games.
I'm not saying he wasn't a great quarterback. I'm just saying it was like,
No. You made that Justin Jefferson top 5 wide receiver comment, so I got to go back up my boy Jay Herbert with his standing.
He's 6.
J Herb, man.
Pull up Jefferson stats right now. So
I'm not pulling up Jefferson stats right now.
Exactly.
I don't care that much. I'm just
I
saying.
don't know, Nick. You're making it sound
I'm just saying
like
when you get to the end of the year and it's just like, oh, yep, quarterback had a great year, he wins. I just want it to be like, okay, if that's going to be the case.
I don't think Justin Herbert won because he was a quarterback.
No, I think Justin Herbert had it locked in from halfway through the year because it's like, all right, he's having a decent year and he's a quarterback, which is hard to do, which I agree with. I don't think it's easy to be a good rookie quarterback, but I think if it's going to be guaranteed
Put up those numbers.
If a quarterback has a good year and then if a quarterback has a great year, it's like, okay, but also if other positions, running back, wide receiver, also have a great year, if you're just going to benefit the quarterback right out of the gate, quarterback has a better chance of winning the rookie of the year. That means he has to go way above and beyond every other rookie. And I think Justin Jefferson had just as impressive as a rookie season. Okay, yeah, he didn't break all the records, but he doesn't have as many records to break. He has receiving yards, receptions, and touchdowns.
I would argue that rookie of the year is the most open because quarterbacks typically have the quarterback position's usually the hardest to adjust to.
Yeah, and that's why
Tight end.
Yeah, but
arguably.
you also guarantee the ball in your hands every single play.
But the stats skew to that though. It's not like the receiving record is the same number of yards as the passing yards record.
No,
it skews to your usage.
I understand that, but you have Justin Jefferson and put him on a team with good receivers. It's like he had Adam Thielen that year too. So it's like right there, it's like you have 2 guys that are playing. Justin Herbert is getting 100% of the passing yards in the game, guaranteed. So
right,
Justin Jefferson has
the stats in the ranking. The way stats play out is it scales to the usage of your position.
Yeah, I understand that and I get that, but if you have one stud defensive player on the other team, he's covering you as the best player. You as a quarterback still have 4 other options to throw to, so you might not even get any touches for an entire game, let alone 6 weeks, 7 weeks. Whereas a quarterback, if he's going to have a good year, of course he's going to get a lot of stats because he always has the ball in his hands. So I understand that his stats are going to be way more. You have 4,300 yards. Justin Jefferson didn't come close to 4,300 yards. Of course he's not going to. But when you're one guy out of 5 possible options, if not 6, depending on if you have a great running back and a good tight end, which Kyle Rudolph, Adam Thielen, Dalvin Cook, and for Justin Jefferson to have as good of stats as he did, whereas Justin Herbert is guaranteed to touch the ball on every single pass play, which means every time he throws the ball and someone catches it, he's getting positive stats. Of course his stats are going to be way higher. And of course he's going to have a chance to break more records because he has 100% chance of making a play when he's making a play. Every pass play, I think...
I would argue it's a fair chance to break records either way.
Yeah.
Because
I don't think that's true.
I get what you're saying, but the records are there still. Like they exist. You still have to do everything correctly to achieve those records. Just because the quarterback gets the ball and gets 100% of the passing yards every game, assuming he finishes a whole game start to finish, those records and everything are skewed and adjusted to that. That's why the records are so much higher.
But I think
for all that stuff. I get what you're saying.
Most rookie quarterbacks don't play a full season.
Sure.
Most rookie wide receivers do play a full season. They usually get started right away.
And but those records skew to this stuff.
Yeah, but
that's what I'm saying.
But you said Justin Herbert played 14 games.
It's the NFL, dude. Quarterbacks is always going to be like the favorite front runner for any MVP, rookie of the year. They're always going to be the front runner because it's the toughest position. It's the hardest position to play. And if you have a bad year, your whole team has a bad year. If you have a good year, your whole team has a good year.
Yeah, which is why, I mean, the MLB has Cy Young and MVP. They're not going to throw them both together.
There's a best quarterback position.
No,
there's a best run. There's a best player.
Yeah, but then that's
position.
best player of each thing. So you should have
There's offensive player of the year. That typically goes to the whoever's not the MVP.
Yeah, so it's pretty much like that's the MVP, except you're not a quarterback.
Sure.
So I just think that if you're
my whole point is just that the records and stats skew based on like the average usage to your position. Like the wide receiver records exist how they are, and they exist that way because three wide receivers are typically on the field at one time. The usage is going to dial down, which is why your numbers aren't going to be as high. So I get the point of the quarterback has the ball in his hands every play, but he has to make a play every single time to achieve those records. It's the same. I think it's a similar concept. So you get covered sometimes as a wide receiver, just like a quarterback can have a bad game sometimes.
Yeah, I just think, but like Herbert played 14 games as a starting quarterback in an era where the quarterback is much higher usage throwing the ball. So go back, like how many rookie quarterbacks have actually played more games than Herbert?
Baker Mayfield
for their stats.
Baker Mayfield played
and then
like
been in a position
more.
and then in position to throw the ball as much, because like you can't pick a rookie quarterback from the 90s because that was a running league. It's a running league in the early 2000s. So out of all the quarterbacks that you can pick from that have played,
Baker Mayfield set the record though.
Yeah.
So Baker Mayfield set all the records that then Justin Herbert broke.
Yes.
And what Bobby just said earlier was Baker Mayfield is not really that great of a quarterback. So
we're right back to Bobby's wrong.
So
I love it.
Justin Herbert. I'm just playing. Justin Herbert broke records of a quarterback, a
we
not
gotta go to Bobby's
average
bets first.
quarterback.
Bobby's bets.
Yeah, Bobby's bets.
Forgot about that.
Not
about that.
Not so great quarterback for his rookie year. So he broke all those records.
I literally, I said, if you guys listen, clean the earwax out of your ears. I said he hasn't been good since he hasn't been good since his rookie year. I've literally said that.
Yeah, but I feel like his year last year was better stats wise than it was.
I don't think
he had one less touchdown pass, but like 5 less interceptions.
And you're a rookie, so being average is a really great year for a rookie.
But Justin Jefferson, if Jamar Chase beats Justin Jefferson's records, that would be impressive because of how good Justin Jefferson was. I don't think Jamar Chase is even close to that. I think in the next couple of years, if a quarterback is in a great situation, which I think Herbert was in a good situation, Herbert still excelled everything. But it's just he broke so many stats, but the quarterback position is completely different than it was.
Do you have like a man crush on Justin Jefferson, man?
I do not. I just think he just got pushed down where it's
all right, man.
Not going to win it because
he's a great receiver. All right, it's okay. All right.
I'm just trying to say he just got screwed out of this thing because he's not a quarterback.
And my thing is Herbert broke so many records that it's hard to say he doesn't deserve it. They were both.
I just want people to say that Justin Jefferson deserved it, and I feel like no one has.
Nick, I haven't met a single person who said he didn't.
Yeah, dude, everyone thinks he's a great.
I'm just saying in the context of last year,
not winning it, the league was like Justin Jefferson's year was nothing.
I'm just saying that there should have been people who said Justin Jefferson.
Moss's rookies records.
It wasn't he did. Herbert didn't win this unanimously.
I feel like it seemed like that was the case from.
No, it was
ESPN.
It was actually it was a pretty close decision. At the end of the day, though, you have to look at it based on who did what. Justin Herbert broke basically every rookie quarterback record and had a top 10 quarterback year as a rookie. That is not easy to do in the NFL. The people that he's standing with, Deshaun Watson, Pat Mahomes, Tom Brady, Matt Ryan, Josh Allen. All of, RIP Deshaun Watson. But all of these guys, Josh Allen will probably have an MVP pretty soon. Deshaun Watson, hey man, could have been on track to have an MVP Hall of Fame year. He's not bad. He had a better year than Aaron Rodgers, the MVP of the league. And he finished higher than him in stats. The only thing Aaron Rodgers had more of was touchdowns. That was the only thing that he beat him in, was touchdowns.
Okay, I'm not saying that Jefferson didn't deserve to win it. I just think that Justin Jefferson.
You mean Justin Herbert?
Justin Herbert didn't deserve it.
The Justins, man. I get it.
Why do they both get named the same?
No, but my point is that, like, Herbert broke so many records and did so well. It's almost like if you go, oh, Herbert deserved to win it too, and you try and make it seem like it was an unfair ruling that, shit, man, now I got messed up by the Justins. To say that Justin Jefferson should have won it and that it was unfair that he didn't is just discrediting the year Herbert had. They both had incredible years. Justin Jefferson wins it any other year if Justin Herbert didn't do what he did. That's the reality of it.
I agree with that.
Justin
Herbert
Herbert was just the better rookie.
For
That's
me,
the end.
not
That's how
being
it is.
super into NFL, all this stuff, watching ESPN and watching NFL Network, it was like, yep, Herbert from like week 9. Just guaranteed.
Because no one expected it from him.
I understand that, but I feel like not that many people.
Everyone thought Tua was going to be better than him. Everyone thought Joe Burrow was going to have an amazing season. Joe Burrow gets his knee completely destroyed. Yeah. And then Justin Herbert comes out of nowhere and destroys all these
I would have liked to
records.
see what would have happened if Joe Burrow was healthy all year and it had as amazing of a year as he was going for. Because
I think Herbert was going to have a better year than him.
You still think Herbert would have won?
I think Herbert.
I think Joe Burrow has
I'm a huge Joe Burrow fan, but as it stands right now, dude, I think Herbert's going to be the most successful quarterback from that draft.
Well, my whole thing was if Joe Burrow has a full season, healthy season, and was on pace for how he was doing, I think Justin Jefferson has a much better chance of winning. Because then you look at it as like, ooh, there's two quarterbacks that are both rookies that have the same ability. Whereas a wide receiver goes crazy.
We'll end it at this. Last year's Rookie of the Year race is probably the closest we'll see that award be for a long time.
Yeah, I think so. Except for this year, where it's like there's three guys who are.
I think Jamar Chase.
But it's not going to be as.
It's not going to
be as like we just had two guys who lit up and played at the top of the NFL game, not top of the NFL rookies, top of the NFL game. I think two rookies did it. We're not going to see that again for
closest
a while.
At that high level.
Yes,
because I feel like it's going to be close every year, just depending on.
But let's get into Bobby's bets because I just want to digressing hard.
Patriots won 4 straight, and they looking like they might be contenders.
I think they are. Baby should have been 3rd overall. Enjoy Trey Bisky over there at the Bay.
No, I think they're contenders for the simple fact of Bill Belichick, proven winner. Defense is looking amazing, and Mac Jones is
Mac Jones stud.
No,
he doesn't screw over your team,
dude. Out of those 4 quarterbacks taken, he is in the best position.
Sure. That's still got to do it, though. I'm just saying. I think Mac...
He's not throwing picks is what makes him a contender.
If you put Mac Jones in San Francisco, they're second in that division.
I would not go that.
I would. I would.
Over who? You're saying they're going to be better than the Rams?
Yeah. I mean, they just annihilated the Rams.
Yeah, I mean...
Either way, Bobby's bets. Bobby. Get us into your segment. Guys, let's preface real quick. Listen to Nick. And, okay, let's get into Bobby's bets.
All right. Bobby's bets week 7. Last week, me and Andrew had very bad weeks.
Horrible.
Very bad weeks.
I don't want to talk about it.
A lot of upsets. No one predicted this.
Nick kind of did.
Went 7-7. So don't say no one predicted this. I predicted all the other games correct.
For those who listened last week, I did say I wanted to go with the football team.
But you changed your mind, so it doesn't count.
Yeah, I know. I changed my mind. Thank you.
You want a half point?
Yeah.
You want 37.5 and 48.5?
No, dude.
Does that make you feel better about yourself?
Yeah,
I'm just embracing the fact I'm not winning Bobby's bets this year.
The Lions tied. We can make that game a tie for you.
Dude, we just need one very bad week from Nick, and we'll be good. All right.
Make you 37, 48, and 1. You get a tie. You pick both teams.
All right, here we go. Let's get into it. So, Bobby,
Patriots
what's our first
versus
matchup?
Falcons. Patriots favored by 6.5. Patriots on a 4-game win streak, looking amazing against the Browns. Completely destroyed them. I want Patriots here.
Patriots.
Yeah.
Yep,
Their defense is playing
I would
better
say
than
that the
Cowboys.
Falcons are going to have a bounce back game, but you know what?
No,
I'm done even trying to put any faith in the Falcons anymore.
no, dude, they're terrible. Lions versus Browns. Browns favored by 10. Browns just got absolutely obliterated. There's no other way to say it.
Say that word right. Obliterated. Sorry. It's
They got
obliterated.
throttled.
They got destroyed.
There
right,
you
Nick? I'm feeling like they're going to have a bounce back game against the Lions, and hopefully they could cover that 10-point spread. I'm on Browns here.
I'm riding high on my on the Lions right now.
I'm picking the Lions because here's my 2 thoughts. 10.5 is a lot. Or no, it's 10. 10's a lot. Also, I don't want the Lions to get their first win of the season against the Bears on Thanksgiving, so I'm really rooting for the Lions to get their first win this week.
Dude, I thought they had it last week. I said it on the show. I thought they were getting
this
it.
close, man. This
But
close.
they have a bum-ass kicker who doesn't know how to... Dude, that kick was horrible.
Yeah, the ball
dude,
50 feet off the
terrible, yeah.
ground. Oh, boom.
Boom. That left his foot. I'm like, that doesn't stand a chance.
DeAndre Swift, man. Whew.
DeAndre Swift, guys.
Jared Goff. What a guy.
Yeah.
The next matchup, we got the 49ers versus the Jags. Bobby, what's the spread? Hit me with it.
49ers favored by 6.
49ers favored by 6. Jacksonville.
I'm going 49ers. Clear as day.
Jacksonville, they were my lock last week, and I was right.
Dude,
I'm thinking
But I'm
Jacksonville.
not. Oh, boy, are you?
they just beat the Rams like 31 to 10?
And Jacksonville beat the Bills 2 weeks ago.
Nick, you're making.
I would argue
that
that the Bills are a much better team than the 49ers.
Where's this? Is this in Jacksonville?
So you're saying
This isn't Jacksonville. we're in Florida.
Duval.
Rawr, Jags Nation, baby. Put me down for the Jags.
You're picking Jacksonville?
All right, this is gonna be a bad week for you. I'm coming back.
All right, Bobby.
All right.
You,
Colts versus Bills. Bills favored by 7.5.
Bills just found their stride again. Bills.
Yeah,
I'm taking the Bills.
I'm going Bills on this. Dolphins versus the Jets. Dolphins favored by 3.
Golly.
The Dolphins just beat
Dolphins,
the Ravens,
baby.
man. We're going Dolphins.
I think the Dolphins will win.
I don't trust Mike White. He just threw 4 picks. There's
Hey,
no way.
at least I don't have to buy a Mike White jersey now.
the Dolphins.
yeah.
Dolphins.
Dolphins.
Hold on. You might still have to buy a Mike White jersey. You said he had to go 4-0, but you said if he played the rest of the year, 500 would get you a jersey. So if he ends up playing the rest of the year,
Okay, that's right. I did say that.
I mean, he's not going to go 500.
No, because they're going to lose this week. He might not even play.
I don't think he'll
He
play,
throws 4
man.
more picks. He better not play.
Are we counting him for that loss where he got injured real
No,
early
that
against
does not count.
was that
No,
the Colts?
dude, who was that backup? Josh Johnson?
Josh Johnson did.
Dude, amazing. He did amazing come in. Honestly, goodbye, Mike White. Bring in Josh Johnson.
Yeah.
It seems like you bring a backup in and they do way better.
Are we just sending Zach Wilson back to BYU? Just sending him back? Just
dude,
get out of here.
He's gone.
What's our next matchup, Bobby?
All right, we got the football team versus the Panthers. Superman Cam's back. Probably going to be the starter going up against Ron Rivera.
Riverboat Ron. I'm taking the football team.
I'm going Panthers.
I'm also taking the football team.
All right.
Football team.
They're going to put
No.
Cam Newton in the starter, and he's not going to produce.
Don't you say that about that. The Ravens versus our Chicago Bears.
Bears.
Wow, that was so fast.
Ravens
Yeah, I think-
favored.
don't even know the
Ravens
spread.
favored by 6.5.
Bears. Bears.
Bears. You're
Bears.
going Bears here.
No, I'm dead ass going Bears. I think they found their stride against Pittsburgh. I think Justin Fields, that was his breakout game against a good defense. Larry Borum proved that he's a really good right tackle.
And guess who's back at practice?
Tevin
boys?
Jenkins is practicing.
Tevin
He's not going to play. But honestly, the game you had against Pittsburgh with Justin Fields, I think they found what they want to do on offense with him. The Pittsburgh defense is one of the better defenses in football, one of the best pass rushers in football. You were able to pretty much neutralize them for the most part. So I honestly think that the Bears found something. Defense is going to bounce back after the bye week and everything. I'm going Bears.
See, I would be okay with the defense bouncing back, except they couldn't get pressure on freaking Walker, man, Ben Roethlisberger.
Well,
He's pretty much got a
Khalil Mack's
Walker out
probably
there.
going to be back now.
I know, but you got no pressure on
Yeah.
a guy who can't even move 2 feet out
Hey,
from
they
where
got 3 sacks.
There's a big question mark here. If the
but
Dolphins,
Lamar Jackson is going to run for like 400 yards.
No, I got a good feeling about the Bears on this one. Roquan's going to shadow him all day.
if Sean Desai takes a point from the Dolphins and what they did to completely shut down Lamar,
Smoke all game.
dude, if they just keep blitzing them like that, corner blitz, man, all out blitz, maybe we see the Bears win.
Bears
I'm
have,
going with the Bears, man.
Bears have a chance if they score first. The Bears cannot go down 2 touchdowns. I don't have faith in Justin Fields to come back against such a high-powered offense.
Again, I don't have that much faith in our defense shutting down Lamar Jackson, so I'm going Ravens.
Bears.
We got Saints versus Eagles. Eagles favored by 1.5.
Saints, man. Saints just beat the Titans, didn't they? Or did they cover? They covered the
They
spread.
just covered the
They
spread.
covered. The Eagles are super inconsistent. You don't know which team you're getting each week with them. I think that I'm going to go. I think the Saints.
I'm going Eagles.
1.5 is really
Eagles.
close. I'm going to go based off of who I think will win, and I think the Saints are going to win.
Eagles, same thing. Anything under 3, I always pick who's going to win. Eagles going to win.
I'm going Eagles. Yeah.
I've picked against the Eagles every week.
Dude,
though.
Trevor Siemian.
Is he still playing?
Yeah, dude, he has to be.
Jameis
Jameis is out for the year, man.
All right, I'm going to
His
go
knee
Eagles.
is separated from the rest of his body.
I'm going
Like
Eagles. On that
Siemian
one.
had a good game, but I mean,
can't wait
he's
for
Trevor
the Saints to
Siemian, man. I don't think he's gonna have that every week.
Yeah, I'm going to stick with the Eagles.
Um,
Watch this be the other thing that I change and I'm wrong.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be so
Texans versus Titans. Titans favored by 10.5. Clear as day. You're gonna go,
bro. If
Titans
there's
on
ever
this.
a lock,
This is 100% lock.
Quarterly the Texans.
this is where
Dude,
this is where Nick
Go
says
to
Texans.
the bank, grab your life savings, throw it on the Titans here. They're gonna cover.
Studying accounting
Don't-
and finance in
don't do
school,
that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
I know.
I mean, you
it's just-
can,
This is 100% locked.
but if
Lock
you do it
in,
and we're
you're
wrong,
golden.
that's on
Whoa,
you, not
whoa.
us.
Yeah, we're not accountable
I'm not
for
saying
any,
that.
I'm just saying we're not
If
accountable.
Bobby's
for anything.
wrong, that's on you, not him.
Yeah, true. If you just look up there, I mean, the percentage.
Like
it's
we
not-
said,
it's
listen
not
to
the
what
greatest,
Nick
but
says.
100% lock. You can lock that.
Yeah, Titans, lock it in. That is my mortal lock of the week.
Say it.
My Mills mortal lock.
It does not roll off the tongue, man.
No, it does not.
It does not. I really hope
But it's
not
growing
that.
on me.
It's growing on you.
Mills,
That's probably
Mills
not going to be my
mortal
lock. I like to pick an upset as my mortal lock.
Yeah.
I went with the Jags last week. That was my mortal lock, and I was right. Don't doubt my mortal lock, guys. If I'm gonna get one pick right a week, it's that one.
Packers versus Vikings. Packers favored by 2.5. I just want this to be said. I didn't know if Aaron Rodgers was going to play when we picked this, so that's why I went to Seahawks. And then when I saw Aaron Rodgers was going to play,
That's tough.
yeah,
isn't
that
it?
was a tough pick.
You're a sad little boy. Packers plus 2.5.
Packers.
2.5. Yeah, Packers.
Packers. I go the same thing. It's under
why
3.
are they not favored by more?
I don't know.
Like 2.5. I mean, the Vikings aren't like a terrible team, but 2.5. It just seems like it's easy. You go Packers.
Yeah.
Bengals versus Raiders.
This
Bengals
is, I
favored
think-
by 1 point.
This is the toughest decision I think of Bobby's bets for me right here.
The Bengals completely got destroyed by the Browns. Thought it was going to be a closer game.
Yeah, I got a good feeling about the Raiders though. I think the Raiders are a better team. Bengals are looking pretty bad
I don't know.
lately.
The Chiefs had a comeback game on them. I was betting on them winning that game.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, and they didn't. So I'm going Bengals here.
I got a good feeling about the Raiders on this one.
I'm
I'm
going
going with the Raiders.
Raiders as well for me.
All right. Cardinals versus Seahawks. Cardinals favored by 2.5. Murray might be back this week, boys. So I'm going Cardinals. If Murray's back.
Well, you gotta
Okay, you have to- you
listen.
just have
This
to
is your
pick. You can't say
decision
if
now.
Murray's back.
This is your decision.
I'm taking that pick. I'm betting on Murray being back, and
So you're picking the Cardinals,
I'm picking the
hoping
Cardinals.
that Murray's back. But,
Yes.
but even if he doesn't come back, you're still stuck with the Cardinals.
if he doesn't come back,
I
then
don't really know where I
don't
stand on this one, to be honest with you. Seahawks looked really bad. Russ did not look good.
Yeah, they
Managed to be still with 2 picks and a shutout do better than Matt Ryan did for me in fantasy football. So that really, if that doesn't tell you how my week or season has gone, I don't know on this one, man. I want to say Seahawks, but I can't convince myself on it. I'm gonna very unconfidently go with the Cardinals.
Okay.
I am picking the Seahawks because I'm not 100% confident that Murray's come back and how bad they played against Carolina. I think Seahawks defense is better, and I think Russ is ready to come back from his injury. I don't think he was ready against the Packers.
It was very cold and it was snowy, and you have a finger injury like that. Yeah, I feel like he wasn't ready. Cowboys versus Chiefs. Chiefs favored by 2.5. Going Cowboys here.
I'm also going Cowboys. Dak Prescott's back, and back with a vengeance.
Dak is back, baby.
Chiefs.
Chiefs. All right.
Chiefs. 2.5. At that point, like we've said, I'm picking who I think is going to win, and I think the Chiefs are going to win.
Dude. I don't know.
But you know what?
I
If
don't know
I'm
about
wrong
that.
on this one, I'll be okay with it because I like watching the Chiefs lose. So
Yeah.
That's how I usually am with the Packers, and then also with the Bears. I usually pick against the Bears, but I want the Bears to win. So I'm like,
yeah,
okay
so
with
you're okay. I'm okay being wrong if the Chiefs
Yeah.
look horrible.
Yeah.
I can live with that one.
Steelers versus Chargers. Chargers favored by 4.5. I just want
Chargers.
this to be said. I've picked the Chargers. I've always picked the Chargers, and it just seems like they always do me dirty. They always do me dirty.
Justin Herbert's not that good. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Chargers though. I'm picking the Chargers.
I'm going Chargers here, but if this is it, like if they lose again, I'm done picking them. I'm done.
I'm picking the Chargers on this one. Pittsburgh.
I'm picking the
did
Chargers. Yeah, Pittsburgh did terrible against
They
the
looked
Bears.
horrible. Is Big Ben going to be back? I don't know. We don't know. He's in COVID protocol.
Throw Dwayne Money Haskins in, all right, and get rid of Mason
Yeah,
Rudolph.
because Dwayne Haskins is so good.
Dwayne Money.
Dude, he's better than Mason Rudolph.
I think
all right?
they're both pretty much bad.
I have him. He's my quarterback in Madden, and that's my nickname for him, Dwayne Money Haskins.
I feel like you played a lot of Madden in the
He
past
won
2
an
weeks.
MVP. He won an MVP. I just want that to be known.
Bobby
in
got through-
Madden.
Bobby
In
got
Our
Madden.
through-
final matchup of Bobby's bets. We got the Giants versus the Bucks.
Bucks favored by 11.
Bucks favored by 11. 11 is big. Bucks looked really bad. The Giants are really bad.
Really bad.
Danny
Dimes, though. Danny Dimes.
And Giants coming off a bye week, so
They are coming off by week. Well
Rested.
rested. Danny Dimes.
Saquon should be back.
You should.
it's hard to picture Tom Brady having
2 bad games.
2 bad games in a row.
Yeah, I was doing that to throw you guys off. I'm going Bucks here.
I'm picking the Giants.
Dude, he's going Giants. He believes in Danny Dimes.
I don't believe in Danny Dimes. I don't believe in 11. I don't like that as the spread. I feel like it's probably going to be it should be a touchdown, a field goal game.
That's a good point, though. I haven't officially made a pick on this one yet, have I?
I don't know, man. You get beat by Washington football team like that.
I'm gonna go with the Bucks, though.
Yeah, dude, you got to be coming back with a
I mean,
vengeance.
if I'm wrong on this one, I'm wrong on this one. But
Yeah.
I really want to be right.
My process is I'm sick and tired of making you guys feel so bad. So if I pick a couple random games that I know I'm going to lose for sure.
This is the week.
guy.
This is the week, boys. Nick's gonna have a terrible week. Me and Andrew are gonna have a bounce back.
I went 4-10 like 30 weeks ago, and you guys started catching up, and then
I was 4 back,
You
and
went-
then I had
you
terrible.
went 2-12.
I'm not that far back. All right,
We're really far back, Bobby.
You're 9
I'm
games
9
behind
away.
me.
All right,
Yeah,
we're 8 away.
Yeah.
there's 15 games this week.
Yeah, dude, you
I mean,
miss,
you have to-
you miss on all of them. I'll be right back. All right.
I'll go 0-15. Yeah,
It's
You would
tough.
miss on a lot too because we have a lot of similar.
if I go 0-15, you're going like 6-9.
That's exactly what I need. I'll be right there.
I can miss all my games so that we could still be ahead of you.
That's a good.
Season's not over yet. It's a long season. All right.
He's making a good point on that one.
All right. College football, boys.
Yeah, college football, Bobby.
Only 2 games left of the regular season.
Holy Georgia.
The Dogs.
Hey,
Dogs.
where's Clemson? What's Clemson doing?
They're
They're
okay.
out of the
but
top 25.
That's what.
they're absolutely trash. All right.
How's DJ doing?
Moving on.
related.
How's
Moving
DJ
on.
doing?
Moving on. So as it sits right now, our top 5 is the Dogs. All right.
Dogs. Go Dogs.
Alabama, which is why are they disrespecting Cincy like that, man?
Because
They're undefeated.
Cincinnati's only played Notre Dame, and then they've been almost losing the past 4 weeks, except last week.
Because
Whatever.
Cincinnati is
Alabama
going to
barely
get,
beat. Who did they barely beat? They barely beat.
University of
Cincinnati
Texas
is going
San
to-
Antonio is undefeated right now. They're ranked 14th. You want them in the top 5 because they're undefeated?
No.
No, exactly. Just because
Cincinnati is going to get their asses pushed in by
2
Fine.
adult words in this PG-13 podcast.
Yeah, Andrew, keep it PG.
Better watch your
Keep it
language.
clean,
One more and
man.
you're out.
Yeah. Whatever. They're going to get absolutely demolished by Bama or Georgia.
Mollywopped.
I mean, yes, they will.
Mollywopped.
Mollywopped. I like that.
Hey,
They might end up playing Oregon, and then they'll be in the national championship, and then we'll watch a team get blown out by 80, and then
be like
everyone will
when
be
Notre
like,
Dame
"We
was
need to
in the
fix
national
the
championship."
Yeah.
college football playoff." And it's like, no, how about we don't put teams like Cincinnati just because they have a good record?
All right. Cincinnati, Oregon, Ohio State.
that's
I feel like it's gonna be like pretty close out the year. It seems pretty decided
Yeah.
on that. Barring any upsets, we saw Oklahoma get their first loss. Man, that was great. I've been waiting for it all season long, and finally it comes.
Spencer Radler, man.
He
Caleb,
wasn't even playing.
Caleb,
I know.
Caleb Williams had a fall from grace.
Of course he was going to.
Yeah,
People acted like he was going to save Oklahoma.
no, dude.
Can't do that to the guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Not fair to him. He's
I
a
still
true
think,
freshman, isn't he?
I don't know about that. I think he's like a sophomore.
I don't know.
I could be
I'm
wrong.
pretty sure he's a true freshman.
I don't follow college football anywhere close to
All
carrying
season
team.
long, they just were not as good as the record showed. They barely win these games. And you know what?
That's been Oklahoma, though. They're in the Big 12. Listen, guys.
But
Defense optional.
Defense optional. And that shows when it comes time to face a team that can play defense and score.
And I
Who
just
do they
want
play?
Mississippi State, dude. And Will Rogers throws 6 TDs, breaks the school record for most touchdowns in a game. And they break a record from come behind win. The biggest come behind win in school history.
Defense optional.
Yep. That's just goes to show you that.
You get to
Still,
pick and choose.
6 TDs, still impressive.
That's very
6 TDs is
impressive,
very
man.
good.
Yeah,
No,
dude.
absolutely. It's very good.
Dak Prescott went to Mississippi State. He didn't throw 6 TDs.
He was a 4th-round pick.
He was, but
And now he's a stud.
Now he's a stud. Goes to show you don't know what you got. You know, you never really know.
Yeah, you never really know.
Sometimes you pick a chubby white kid in like the 8th round and he turns into Tom Brady.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
6th round.
6.
There is no 8th round.
What does it matter at that point?
All right. So
They're
right,
usually
guys.
cut.
2 weeks left. It seems closer. Seems pretty decided. We can make our picks for the Natty.
Well, it's not decided, but we can pick.
Well, I'm saying it's pretty close to decided.
I feel pretty comfortable sticking with my Georgia pick from the beginning of the year.
We got the dogs. I'm riding with the dogs too, man.
All right,
Not
you guys are
Clemson?
on that couch. I'm over here. Nick Saban is too good in the final 2 games of any college playoff.
I think
This ain't his year. This ain't his year.
I know, but the last time I rolled with the dogs over Bama, it was when
time.
Tua came in, and Georgia was the better team. Bama
they were
took out
they were shook by a guy who they had no idea what he was
their
going to do.
defense
Yeah.
was amazing, and then Nick Saban pulls the ultimate
Their
move of
defense-
I'm going to put in a new quarterback halfway through the biggest game of anyone's career, and then he still shows out.
Controversial
and wins.
take. If that never happens, Tua's not even regarded as a 1st-round quarterback.
I agree with that.
I feel like I don't think Tua goes
5.
to the draft early. I think he ends up playing 4 years, which I think also screws up Mac Jones' development, which is kind of a weird situation to get into.
Butterfly effect.
That would be a
yeah.
huge butterfly effect.
That'd be some craziness.
So-
No, but dead serious. If he doesn't have that game, I don't think he's as hyped as a quarterback prospect.
No, I don't think so either.
Either way, though,
That put
um,
him on the map of being a quarterback.
You know, I get
This-
what you're saying, Nick. But this Georgia defense is better than it was that year.
Yeah, dude. They are like
It's-
top tier.
Stetson, they don't really have like a stud quarterback.
No.
But didn't they have Jake Fromm in the 2 year?
Yeah,
Like, he wasn't
that was
stu-
his true freshman
Yeah,
year.
but like
Yeah.
the same thing. Like he didn't lose the game for them, so it's like the same situation.
yeah. So you got
Yeah, as long as they can manage
Georgia
the game,
just seems to be such a complete team. It's most likely going to be them versus Alabama because they're not going to face in the college football playoff unless Alabama falls to number 4. But I don't know how Alabama falls to number 4 because
but they got the SEC championship, so they're going to play.
oh shit.
So-
I forgot about
So
the SEC.
Bama might drop to number 4 or 5. So whoever wins that game, it's looking like they're going to be winning that Natty.
I mean, if Bama beats Georgia, both of those teams are going in regardless.
Yeah, Georgia would
If
default.
Georgia
beats
beats
Bama.
Alabama, Alabama's going to go out
Yeah,
on principle.
Or if
And then-
Georgia loses in next to these 2 games, and then Bama wins SEC against random team, then Bama goes 1, Georgia might be 4. So
No,
that's
dude,
how it could.
Georgia ain't losing, man. You got 2 games left. I don't even think they're playing anyone good.
No, Georgia's going to be
Yeah,
fine.
they got all their hard games. This is Georgia is destined for a Natty.
I hope so. I hope
hope
so.
so.
It's
I'll tell you what,
Nick Saban is just a different
my
breed
world is on pause for that SEC championship game.
Yes, it's going to be
I'm
very tough.
watching that.
in the
So,
ridge.
We're coming out to the garage.
coming to the garage.
I'm done.
We're going to be here. We're going to watch it. I'm going to get all Georgia'd up. I don't have any Georgia stuff. I really want some, though.
You have a Roquan Smith jersey?
Hey, guys. Hey,
No, I
question.
don't.
You guys want to do a grab bag for Christmas? We'll open it on the podcast.
Oh yeah, let's do that.
I like that
Just the
idea.
3 of
Wow,
us,
that,
but yeah.
that came out of nowhere.
We'll
but
do
yeah.
Secret Santas.
Yeah, the Secret Santa. So we picked.
You can't do Secret Santa with 3 people.
Oh,
you
yeah.
can.
I mean,
Because
it's
if you
not
got
as-
me, you don't know who's getting you.
Yeah.
it's not
Exactly.
as secret, but yeah, okay.
No, I mean,
Exactly.
eventually we'll be able to figure it out.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, we'll figure it out. But it's
All right, we'll talk about this later.
Yeah, we'll
Why
talk
am
about
I-
this later,
We'll
yeah.
do it
Jeez,
later,
Bobby,
yeah.
distractions.
Way to
Sorry.
go, Bob.
Sorry.
Now everyone knows what our holiday plans are.
We're gonna open it on the podcast.
Oh my gosh, we could do an unboxing video.
All right. But Georgia dogs destined for
Georgia dogs.
Natty. Just want that
destined
to be
for
said. there.
Natty.
I hope so. I hope I'm wrong. This is one of those things where I'm
Yeah,
hoping
yeah,
wrong.
I get what you're saying. I
But-
think Georgia just looks so good this year. Imagine what Georgia does if they get like a
solid
freak
QB.
a freak athlete quarterback.
Like they get like at Justin Fields again.
Yeah.
That
Like
they don't.
you think about how good Georgia's been, and they really haven't had that like just freak athlete quarterback because they chose Fromm over Fields.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you like after this year you win the Natty, like okay, you could bring in like top tier talent. Like you're gonna be like, I want to go to Georgia.
Well, they've
Like
been
that.
living in the transfer pool. Actually, think about it. Jake Fromm beat out Jacob Eason. Jacob Eason was a #1 prospect when he
Yeah.
was in Georgia, and
And-
Jake Fromm beat him out, or they took his job from him
Yeah.
after the
Then
injury.
he transfers. Then after Fromm leaves, Jamie Newman comes in, transfers. Then JT Daniels comes in, transfers.
They're just living in the transfer pool right
Yeah,
now.
they are. You need to get
They need to
some
go
top
in.
tier-
They should have some serious recruiting power after this year. For
Yes,
sure.
exactly.
But they just get defensive stars.
They do. But I mean,
Go get yourself that quarterback.
yeah, get yourself.
Solidify yourself. Get yourself
back
that
to-
stud quarterback who's going to just like go out and be able to take over a game for you.
Yeah.
They're always going to have a good running back. That's just Georgia.
Nick
too.
Chubb and Sony Michel. Same
Yeah.
time.
DeAndre. No, wait. Yeah,
DeAndre Swift.
Yeah, yeah. I was thinking you went to Ohio State for a second.
Yeah.
No, it's Jake.
They if they go get a quarterback, I think they can emerge as like the dominant college football program.
They could be a
I think
powerhouse,
they can
man.
usurp.
They
how's that
can
for a
be.
word?
They already are a powerhouse.
How's that for a
Well,
word?
I'm saying they could
usurp
be the Nick
Alabama.
Saban.
I like that.
Money word, buzzwords, baby.
But
If they get a stud quarterback, they should be #1 on everyone's board for the whole season until they lose a game.
yeah. But we'll change it and move into some NBA.
Yeah, let's roll through some NBA real
Yeah,
quick.
yeah. We'll do some.
Some brief NBA stuff going on. Bulls. Hey guys, Bulls look really good. I'm really excited
They're
for
looking,
the Bulls.
they're looking
Yeah,
good.
dude, they're looking really.
They're looking good. I'm just worried that they're probably going to lose a pick. Maybe might lose both their picks for this year because
give us an update on that tampering.
So probably about 4 or 5 days ago, the NBA finally released that they're investigating tampering claims against Kyle Lowry and Lonzo Ball. So pretty much what it is, they always have to watch out on Olympic years and then kind of pretty much any NBA final, especially with the bubble. So if you talk to a player from another team about coming to your team, that's considered tampering. If a GM is talking to GM, that's also tampering. So any exchange of, hey, you should come to our team, you should do this, you should do that before free agency starts on August 2nd, I think this year, is considered tampering. So what they thought is Miami's GM talked with Toronto's and said, hey, we want Kyle Lowry, but we don't want to wait until he's an unrestricted free agent and then everyone's going to be offering him money. So that way, Toronto went in early, said, here's your contract. He signs it, but you're going to play in Miami. And then switched over to go with Gore and Dragic. And then same thing with the Bulls. The Bulls didn't want to wait for Lonzo to become unrestricted. And then now they have to match another offer over Lonzo. Lonzo can still take the lower offer with the Bulls. But as soon as he becomes unrestricted free agent, then you have every single team can offer you whatever they want. So GMs are talking early saying, hey, how about Lonzo for Sadaransky and Garrett Temple was who the Bulls are giving up. So 2 years ago, the Bucks tried to get Bogdan Bogdanovic, and the NBA heard about it. They lost their second round pick for this year. And the worst part is the Bucks didn't even get Bogdan Bogdanovic. So if this turns out there's tampering and the Bulls ended up getting their player and the Heat got their player, I feel like it's got to be at least the same. So it's either a big fine and you lose your
They'll
second
probably
round
get a
pick.
big fine and lose maybe a first.
Yeah, you might lose your first.
Yeah,
might lose your
I'm
first.
hoping the Bulls don't. I mean, the Bulls are pretty solid.
Yeah.
But to lose an entire draft class, like they got Jimmy Butler in the second round. Like even if it's second round pick, some of their better players have come from the second round. Io DeSumo
Yeah,
came
but
from the
if
second
you're-
round.
Yeah.
If they're winning, if they have a really good year and they're like a top team, you look at it as like, okay, we can live with losing.
Yeah, we're either losing.
Especially
or,
if I don't know how great of a draft class this year's draft is going to be.
it's not too stacked right now, but you never know. You never know. I feel like the second round pick's even more important in a
Yeah,
bad draft.
I feel
year.
like once you hit March Madness, you kind of know what you're going to get out of that class.
Kofi Coburn from U of I is one of the bigger guys, and I mean, to be honest, the Bulls really need a backup center, so that would be a great pickup to get. But I think he's going top 10 pick, so the Bulls won't even matter if they had a pick or not. They're
Yeah.
not.
They're probably not going to be a top.
The only
10.
problem you have is trade capital. The Bulls, if they lose both their picks, they can't even trade a pick to just try to go get a veteran guy at the trade deadline.
Yeah, but maybe they won't feel they need to. Who knows? We'll see though.
Yeah. And you still got Kobe White. You don't know what's going to happen with him.
Yeah,
You
he
could
got Kobe
obviously
White.
trade him for capital.
Yeah, probably. I mean,
Get you back in
probably
there.
Try to get a big man. But that's so we're talking about rookies. I mean, I guess draft classes. What are you guys' best rookies for so far this year in the NBA?
Okay, let me go first because I don't follow the NBA hardly at all.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go based strictly off of just what my hunch is. I promise I didn't look at anyone's thing on this. You could see I didn't even on the outline. I didn't even fill it out. I didn't know this question was coming until I briefly looked at it and saw best rookie. I was like, in Cleveland, right? He's in Cleveland. Evan Mobley.
That's Bobby's guy.
That's your guy?
That was the guy that I liked the most coming into this class, and that's a guy that is.
I thought you were all high on Jalen Suggs.
No, dude.
He's having a pretty decent year. But
I was never high on Jalen Suggs. Johnny Juzang.
Johnny Juzang was his guy.
Yeah, that was my guy.
Evan Mobley. That's what I'm going with. I have no basis for it. So, guys.
Well, I will take that from here, Andrew.
Bobby's got all the stats.
Bobby's going to talk me up.
Averaging 14.9 points a game, 8 rebounds, 2 steals. It's playing like a pro.
Can't forget those steals.
Yeah, don't forget the steals. He's a power forward getting those. All right.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive. But I mean, dude, Cleveland has been playing well too, and it seems like he's been the leader on that team.
Yeah, I think he has that most points among rookies.
Yeah.
He also, I think, has the most minutes. So that's
true. I know he's averaging more points than Kevin Love.
That's kind of depressing if you're Kevin Love.
Yeah, it is kind of sad. But
Kevin Love's kind of old now.
Yeah, he is getting kind of old. But I mean, hey, Cleveland, what? They're 9-6.
Yeah,
something like that.
I want to say. So hey, Cleveland
my
got a
rookie
good pick.
Is Chris Durant. It's Duar. That's like I don't like when vowels are all kind of smushed together at the start of a name. But he plays for the Pacers.
It's Duarte.
So Central Division.
Duarte.
I don't know. I'm saying that's what I think it is. Duarte.
I don't know, man.
But he's shooting
the phonetic pronunciation.
He's shooting 43% from the field, 40% from 3, and 77% from the free throw line. He's doing what a rookie should do, and I'm going to be honest, I really never heard of him before this season.
I'm pretty sure his name's Duarte.
Duarte?
Yeah,
Chris,
right?
My boy Chris.
When did you get drafted? Was he a free agent? Or?
I think he was like middle of the first round. I'll have to check it up. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't check whether he got drafted. I just went on NBA.com. Stats went to rookies for this year, and I was like, "Hey, he's doing pretty solid."
Sheesh.
I don't look at
all credibility destroyed.
Hey, I've been very.
No, I'm just kidding.
I've been very open that I don't follow the NBA worth a damn.
I don't follow the NBA like draft as much as a lot of people do. I follow just teams in general.
I mean, obviously Evan Mobley.
Yeah, like Jalen Suggs, Cade Cunningham. Yeah, like all those guys. But it's like you can't just pick a guy.
Johnny Juzang. Watch out for him, man. He's
Davion Mitchell.
Yeah,
another Donovan Mitchell. Same first letter for his name. All right, so then that brings us. I don't know if Andrew also didn't put anything in the outline for this one.
Do you read our outline?
Guys, I had a busy ass day. I was busy lately, all right?
So we're doing top teams.
I've been busy as heck lately, all right?
Top teams in each conference. So you didn't put anything down. So let Bobby and I go first. And then hopefully you don't.
Oh, no, I actually have an answer for this.
Oh, okay.
One.
All right.
So this is going to sound real Homer-like, but I think the Bulls are going to...
Dude, are you just reading that? Are you just reading my picks?
Just reading.
What do you want from
right,
me?
let's hear the West. Let's hear the West.
Okay, the West is easy as hell. All right, that's the Warriors.
That's
not even a question. They have one loss on the year. What do you mean?
Hey, he's reading my answers. Don't let him fool you, all right?
No, I do actually talk a little bit NBA with some guys at work. Well, at where I was before. We've talked about the Bulls and the Warriors. So I know the Warriors are really good. And they're doing this without Clay. So the Warriors are... Come on, that one writes itself. That's not even like a controversial. You copied me.
Yeah, I know.
Everyone who has a brain would pick the Warriors.
It's a Steph Curry show, dude.
Yeah, so the Warriors are clearly the best team in the West. The reason I'm going with the Bulls, though, I do follow the Bulls a little bit, guys. They very complete team that hasn't found their stride completely yet. And to think they're top 5 in defensive production and top 10 in offensive production, and you imagine they're only going to get better. They're top 5 without Patrick Williams on defense. So you figure you lost him for the year and you're still top 5 defense. And then you factor in the fact that the offense is still finding its stride. Vucevic is still finding his footing and everything.
He's still out from COVID right now. So.
Oh, does he have COVID?
Yeah.
There you go. There's that. That's another factor there. I think they're 10-3, 10-4.
10-4.
They are 10-4 because
10, they're 10-4.
they're in second place behind the Wizards.
Yeah, and they're going through a pretty rough road stretch right now. They just had to go against the Warriors. They just took it to the Lakers
And beat the Clippers 2 nights ago.
Yeah, so I mean they've been having a really good year.
I mean they beat
I actually
Nets.
have a basis for why I'm going with the Bulls. I didn't just look and go, "Oh, Bobby said Bulls. Let me go that." No, there's an actual reason for that.
Yeah, no,
and Bobby, I'm sure your reasons are pretty much the same as mine.
Yeah, complete team, man. They're playing like a whole complete team.
Wow,
and
you're just copying Andrew. What do you
Yeah,
say?
guys, he just listened to what I said and repeated me.
Bobby, East, Bulls, 10-4, playing like a complete team. And that was what I wrote. That's
Whatever,
exactly
man.
what I wrote.
It's good
All
for
right?
you, Bobby. I said it first, so what does that matter?
And then Andrew over here is reading Warriors, Steph Curry show.
I didn't say Steph Curry show.
That's true. He didn't say that.
Yeah,
You
but
said that. I
He said without Clay, which is mine.
That's
said
why I
they're
wrote
doing it
Steph Curry
They're
show.
just that's the obvious pick, though. All right, guys, they're
I mean,
11. They're
yeah.
11-1 or something like that.
Yeah, true.
11-2.
Oh, they've got 2 losses now. Wow, they're the best team in the West as it is. Anyone's gonna pick them.
I also picked the Warriors,
You copied me.
but I said because they're without Clay.
Without Clay. So
Without Clay.
You read it off.
Did you really say that?
Yeah, I
Wait,
said
did you
that, yeah.
actually?
That's what Nick had.
That's
I have Warriors without Clay, and then
Don't let Andrew fool you, all right? He's
Guys,
just
I
reading the
didn't.
lines.
and
all
then
right?
they also don't have James Wiseman, which is the Patrick Williams, like the defensive big man. So
See, I didn't know that.
for me, for the East though, I didn't pick the Bulls for the simple fact that I've been watching the Bulls so closely. DeMar DeRozan's been playing amazing. Zach LaVine's been playing amazing. Lonzo Ball is shooting has been absolutely terrible, but he'll get that produced up. The only problem I have with them is they don't have a backup center. So right now they got Tony Bradley not playing great, and if Vukovic ever gets hurt, it's going to be like that for a long period of time. And the Wizards, they are 10-3. They're 2-0 in overtime. Bradley Beal is still just a stud, and they don't have Russell Westbrook anymore, who definitely dragged that team down. We talked about before that he usually makes teams worse.
He makes teams worse.
So
And look at the Lakers.
yeah,
But, I mean, that team was built for LeBron.
they just got rolled by the Bulls.
They did get absolutely destroyed.
DeMar
Caruso
DeRozan scored
show,
38
baby.
points. Oh yeah, and then Caruso is playing amazing
Yeah.
defense.
I said Caruso's going to be the difference maker for that team when he was
Come on,
signed.
let's hear it.
What?
Let's hear it. What goes along with Alex Caruso?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about.
His baldness. Just waiting for you to make a comment.
What?
His baldness.
Why would I make a comment?
You made a comment about it.
I've never once comment. Have I?
Yeah, you have.
I don't remember this.
You said male pattern baldness.
That kind of sounds like something you would say.
I mean, I
100%.
guess,
What
but
you
Bobby's
said.
making it like I make this comment every week.
Every time you talk about Alex Caruso,
I know I've talked about how I think he's going to be the big difference maker for.
You did, but you also made fun of his
He's
baldness.
also got a shiny head.
Yeah.
Okay, Bob.
What's your question of the week?
Yeah, we'll just dive right into that.
Brief-
We're gonna
Forward
just
question of
move
the
on
week.
from Bobby.
Check our Twitter. We'll try to post as many free agency MLB signings as we can. I mean, if you're following sports in general, you should probably see them. But for some reason, you're just like, hey, we only follow Garage Talk Sports. That's like our only baseball outlet. You can look there. We'll try to as soon as it happens, we'll post it up on Twitter or Facebook. See what goes.
Nick, what did we say before the show?
Also, I just wanted no one was right on a Twitter poll. Everyone picked the Ravens. Nick, I was wondering why you put that question up there, but hey, you were right.
I wanted to see if anyone was going to pick. I
How
wanted
many
to
people voted?
5.
5.
Hey! Oh, snap it up.
I was one of the 5.
I wasn't.
I was
didn't
also
even know
one
he
of the
made a
5.
poll.
Yeah, so technically 3 people voted on it. But,
I'm gonna just
You were
start.
wrong.
I'm gonna
We
start
were all
throwing up
wrong.
more random polls too about
Yeah.
different games that are happening. I'll try to put in more things that aren't football, but for some reason it's just on football days where I'm like, oh, I haven't put a poll up in a couple days.
yeah.
All right, so question of the week. It can be whatever sport you want. I'm gonna limit it to if it's football, you can get 2 players. Every other sport, you only get 1. Okay, that's just
Football gets 2, every sport gets 1.
football gets 2, but they have to be on opposite sides of the ball. And I
Okay.
guess baseball, you can say pitcher, and position player. So if you can bring back any, like, how do I turn it? Like hometown hero for the team, or just like stud veteran player who has retired, no longer a current player. What team could be the best team in the league if you brought him back? So like if you brought Magic Johnson back to the Lakers for now, or
Michael Jordan of the Bulls. What?
like I was trying to say like
that's like easy.
Okay, no,
But for me,
you
like-
can't pick Jordan.
Yeah,
so
Jordan
you could,
is like
but put Jordan on the Bulls.
Can I put him on the White Sox?
He makes the Bulls better than
Hey.
they are, but it's not like the best like move. There's teams that like don't have a point guard where you can go get a great point guard from there.
I don't know, dude. I feel like if you took Jordan and put him on the Bulls,
Yeah, I think so. That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say
so
no
Jordan's
Jordan.
off limits.
Yeah,
right?
no
Jordan's
Jordan.
Off limits,
Jordan's
yeah.
off limits. Okay.
you could put 2 on there.
Tua?
No, like
Two.
two.
Oh,
I'm-
So
I-
yeah,
I
you
go-
can an offensive and defensive player.
yeah. I mean, also with baseball too.
With
Yeah,
baseball.
baseball, you get a pitcher and a position player. So if
Okay.
you want to do Mark Burley and Frank Thomas,
Damn, how are you going to put me on I was
Sorry.
literally going to do that. Are you
Sorry.
kidding me? I was going to do Mark Burley and Frank Thomas.
I'm sorry.
But I'll do something different.
yeah,
now.
I was gonna say do something different.
Shit.
I could say mine for now, and then like let you guys go.
Yeah.
After that, for me, it's Joe Montana on offense, and I'm always blanking on if this certain guy played. So I really didn't want to say defensively for the 49ers because I don't think that Warren Sapp played for the 49ers.
No.
He played for who did he play for?
Bucks.
Bucks. That's okay. That's
My
who it was.
shoe. I'm messing with my shoe too much.
Um,
He played for.
Because for some reason in my mind, I was like, he played for a team, and I couldn't remember if it was the Bucks or the 49ers. And I'm like, I'm gonna sound so stupid if I just say it. So like, I wanted to.
All right, I know what I'm going with. Brian Urlacher and Brandon Marshall.
Ooh,
Nice.
that's a good one.
Imagine Roquan and Urlacher on the same defense.
Ooh, that would be
Imagine
pretty-
Brandon Marshall on that offense. Speaking of,
Ooh,
during the
actually-
bye week, him and Justin Fields were getting reps together at
Yeah,
Brandon Marshall's
weird.
training.
Oh, nice.
Weird that he was doing that, but
No, he does. He has like his training camp for football players.
oh, okay.
It wasn't just like, hey man, can I come throw some? No,
I thought of my actual football one, so I'll go
All
after
right.
Bobby. But
Bobby, let's hear it.
Let's see, you took my Brandon Marshall. Peanut,
Oh, shut up!
Peanut Tillman,
Alshon Jeffrey.
Alshon Jeffrey.
I knew it.
No. Matt Forte.
I like that, but I feel like the running back isn't the biggest need
Yeah, it's not,
on the
but-
team as it stands
I
right
know,
now.
but
That's why I
what-
went with Brandon Marshall.
True.
See, I thought you were gonna, after you went. After
I
Brandon
was
Marshall
going to say
taken,
Olin Kreutz. Really, I was.
Ooh.
See, that's what I was thinking. Offensive lineman and defense is pretty okay, but I would have picked Peanut Tillman.
Ooh, Greg Olson.
That's who I thought you were gonna go after. Andrew took Brandon Marshall.
Greg Olson. Yeah, we could go
Greg Olson's a solid one.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna double check on this one because I don't really know old.
Okay.
Junior Seau played for the Chargers, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Junior Seau, Antonio Gates on the current Chargers, best team in the league.
Ooh, Steelers one.
We're not Steelers fans here, guys. Thank you for listening.
You don't even mention
I don't
that
want to.
after the Monday night game
Steelers
last
can
week.
go
Troy-
f themselves
Troy Powell.
and the refs.
Palomalu. And
Jerome Bettis.
yeah,
The bus.
no, Najee Harris is good. I would bring like Santonio Holmes.
See, I feel like
Maybe.
a lot of people say Troy Polamalu, but it's got to be Mean Joe Green if we're going with the Steelers defensive
Oh
player.
yeah, I mean Joe.
That's a tough one.
That is.
But we're not Steelers fans here, so
Jack
we're going to
Lambert.
actually end the show this time. Get your final. Come on, say your Steelers thing. Go on.
Jack Lambert. I was just saying no. All right, we're good. We're good.
I don't like the Steelers. If you couldn't tell,
I can tell.
we could tell.
I'm-
Thank
I'm
you everybody
Steelers
for
fan.
tuning in to another. I just did the. Oh my god! I
Wow.
went full robot on that. That's crazy. That will wrap up this. On that note, that will wrap up this week's episode, guys.
just
We
read the
appreciate
lines.
you tuning in with us. If you like what you heard, please give us a like on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter at GTS Podcast 1. Like and subscribe. Oh, sorry. I got a hiccup there. Like and subscribe on YouTube, Garage Talk Sports. And as always, guys, thank you again. Please interact with us. If there's anything you want to hear, any takes you want from us, just shoot us a DM on Facebook or Twitter. We'll get to it. Maybe we'll put it on the show. Either way, though, thanks, guys. We'll talk to you next week.
See you guys.
Yeah.